let's get back to SPLC. There's so much going on with this. And again, this is going directly to the money laundering that's just paying for the left's grift, the trying to convince us all we're a white supremacist country, the psyops on the ground, the, back to Charlottesville, the work that Data Republican did that I covered last night. It's incredible stuff. But House Judiciary GOP has now said, preserve your records. Chairman Jim Jordan's demanding documents and communications from SPLC regarding their payments to sources from extremist groups in any coordination with the Biden-Harris administration. That's very interesting. And let me take a time out real quick here, guys. Hey, everybody that's joining on YouTube, I really appreciate that. I would recommend, please join the Patreon in the description. It's better because YouTube is cheaper, and there's a reason for that. You'll only get the members live content if you're on YouTube as a member. But if you go to Patreon for just a couple extra bucks and a free first month, you'll also get into the Discord. And the Discord is the community, and the community is awesome. We're sharing news all the time during the day. We have some great conversations in there. We talk about stocks going on and stuff in the stock market, all that. So get in the Patreon. That's where you really want to be. Okay. There's nothing wrong with the YouTube membership. You do still get the members content. That's, the live shows and stuff, but you won't get the Discord. And so I really recommend, if you want to support the channel, the Patreon is the best place to go. And I'm sorry if you missed it the first time I said it tonight. But hey, you're only out a couple bucks. So anyways, okay, let's keep moving on this. Here's Jesse Waters, saying what we're all thinking. The only thing I'd say about Jesse is what took you so long, but there's a great little clip about SPLC.
It's a whole scam. What is it really about? Stealing money, flooding the country with illegals, and calling us racists. That's it. Every time you look under the hood, all you find are scams. COVID. Wait a second. Fauci funded the lab where the virus came from? Whoa. Somali daycare, $19 billion. Wait a second, there's no children in the daycare center. What happened to USAID? None of the money left D.C. It all went to Democrats there. Everything, Russia, Hunter, whatever happened to the Green New Deal. It was about $1 trillion, right? Where are the windmills?
The green.
Where are the solar panels? Where'd they go? I haven't seen anything. They haven't even built the little charging stations for the EVs.
Think about how amazing it is that all of this is happening right now and being said. I mean, think of the exposure. Think of the awakening that's happening in America right now with just the non-stop exposure of all this stuff. It's getting to the point where people it's like, okay, we might not be happy with gas prices up because of war. We might not be happy that we just bombed Iran. But my God, it's just like Jesse said. Is anything on the left real? Is anything real? It's crazy. It's so crazy. So this is awesome that it's becoming more mainstream like this. We just never would have heard this before, even on Fox News. Let's be real. Fox News is not a good guy. I'm sorry to tell you guys. Rupert Murdoch is not a good man. They are establishment wing, right-leaning Republican, with the old school uniparty. That's who they're in bed with. There's some good hosts on Fox, and they do allow a little bit of freedom because, they try to suck you all in. And that's why I play some clips from it, because sometimes they do good stuff. But you can't trust it in general. I mean, who do you think's funding Fox News other than the deep state? It's Big Pharma. They're no friend of yours. But regardless, this is all coming out so much that even Fox News is forced to report this stuff, which is amazing. Now, look at this, like this SPLC thing, going back to Charlottesville. Again, I showed last night just how connected to Charlottesville all this was, but it's even crazier when you remember how they used it over and over and over again to try to take out Trump. This was one of the great psyops of the left. They went all in on. And it didn't work, thank God. People are too smart. Thanks to, God rest his soul, R.I.P., one of my heroes, Scott Adams, one of the great men who, alive, for so long before he passed 2 months ago. And, one of the only people I've ever done, the only person I've ever done an entire show dedicated to just his memory. And we miss Scott. But Scott Adams is responsible for framing the Charlottesville as the Fine People hoax. And he helped break us free of all this, because he was so mainstream. But they used it over and over again. Here's a clip of a bunch of them using it and trying to just get us to hate Trump as a result. It's wild. I won't play the full 5 minutes, but just watch some of it.
Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob.
Look at Trump's face when she said it. He's so mad. He just like, oh God, these people, they just play the same stupid games over and over again.
Charlottesville.
Let's remember
where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches.
Yeah, funded by
spewing
SPLC.
Anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side.
It's so crazy that she used that literally years after it had already been debunked and everybody knew it. That just tells you how stupid her and her team were. But let's go on. Akeem.
Apparently, for some, don't meet the Republican villain test. Oh, that's right. I forgot. There are fine people on both sides.
These people are so shameless.
Fine people on both sides.
On an even bigger hoax. Enter the Southern Poverty Law Center, the self-appointed.
Sorry, I don't know why Greg's on there, but let's go. Oh, because he's doing the clip. That's why. So anyways, you get the idea. The Democrats have just been doing it so much. It's freaking out about this SPLC. I keep screwing it up. Southern Poverty Law Center. Said 10 times fast. SPLC. And they are running to defend it. So here's the NAACP, that renowned, honorable organization. Chilling attack. This is a chilling attack on civil rights advocacy. Trump's DOJ has been weaponized by dangerous forces. Every organization, individual engaged in social justice should be alarmed. That tells you all you need to know right there. Every organization, individual engaged in social justice. All the retards should be alarmed. All the people who wasted $200,000 on a terrible degree, liberal arts degree, should be alarmed. What we're seeing in real time is the administration seeking to leverage position and target individuals and organizations don't agree with its political thought. They are so scared. Stand with us, advocate, speaking out. They know it's all drying up for them. Here's Jessica Tarlov freaking out about it on the 5 and being put in her place by Gutfeld. This is good stuff.
And it's
what
exposed.
Hate crime hoax?
The liberal goes, Justice Smollett, anyone?
No, I didn't
how about
say
the banana peel on the bench?
Yeah.
How about the
Walmart
noose
shooter
at the
is a banana
racetrack?
peel. What hoax have you actually seen here? You don't think that hundreds of people showed up at the Unite the Right rally that weren't this informant, that weren't persuaded by his vehicle that got them there?
Who was the informant?
I don't. What?
You don't know. Was it the leader? An
In the
informant
intent.
is not a leader.
Do you think
It's also. I mean,
you think there
that's
are
the
white supremacists
that's.
there? That it's not real?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Are you
All
kidding?
I know is I never heard of it until the day that it happened. You act like you can take the word for a bunch of corrupt people.
Proud Boys.
So you're saying this wasn't you're saying this wasn't created.
Real quick, did you guys see what she just did? That little look when she looks at the camera. She's like, this is so. I think. Was it right here? No, it's right here. Watch how she looks at the camera and just has to play it up.
until the day that it happened. You act
See,
like
she's like,
you can take
I
the
have to look.
word for a
I have
bunch
to
of
look.
corrupt people.
Proud Boys.
So you're saying this
Shocked.
you're saying this wasn't created. You're saying this just was an organic event, just like every left-wing event. It just happened. All these right-wingers showed up.
No,
Nobody else knew about it. And you know what?
The
Nobody.
people are real.
Nobody.
The white
Okay.
supremacists
Okay.
are
You know.
The people are real.
To action.
Let me do the simplest analogy. This is like when somebody says, on average, men are taller and way more than women. And then one woman goes, but what about her? And they point to a WNBA player. Yes, Jessica, I'll give you. There probably is a bigot somewhere. But you guys created a false flag that there was this immense movement going on in this country that could put targets on people like Charlie Kirk's back, and he's dead.
Yes. So good, Greg. Nailed it. You created a false flag. Unbelievable. So perfectly said. Well done. And so it goes on because look at this. It just gets crazier, guys. It's unwinding. We're watching the thread unwind. Somebody's pulling out the thread and the sweater's unwinding. Okay. If you want to destroy my sweater, pull this thread as I walk away. It's the SPLC. That's what's happening right now. SPLC is this thread unwinding it all because, we knew USAID. We knew that they were funding all kinds of Democratic stuff. CIA was using it. We knew all that, but we didn't know how close it was to the SPLC. But now that the SPLC is busted, it's all coming out. Incredible. USAID was funding the SPLC through an organization called Tide Center. Oh, we know about the Tide Center. It's like, what was USAID not funding? You now see why it got shut down. It was one of the number one ways the government was, especially the Democrats, but the Republicans used it too, the deep state ones. One of the number one ways they were funding all the pet projects on the side. Foreign aid is a scam. From 2016 to 24, USAID granted $27 million to the Tides Network to strengthen global civil society organizations, promote transparency, accountability, blah, 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 blah. Tide Center set up a fund through Tides Foundation with that money for Southern Poverty Law Center's Vote Your Voice initiative. Executive director is Aisha Khanna. She was co-chair of Women for Obama. And there it is. It just round and round we go. So crazy. Just unbelievable stuff. But this makes me happier. So the New York Times today, trying to make everybody feel bad that the USAID is gone, they did a long article on 30 former USAID workers, former salaries, and how unsuccessful they've been in the private sector. Look at this. We got to talk about this for just a second here. But $35 billion it managed and 24 went to Washington-based contractors, not directly to people in need overseas. Success of many projects hard to measure. Cheryl Cowan, 57, was making $272,000 a year. So much for government jobs not paying well, huh, guys? It's $272,000 a year. And that's with all those government holidays and healthcare or whatever. That's probably not. You just know their money. It's so crazy. This woman who was somehow worth $300,000 a year at her job now can't get a job for $19 an hour. So in other words, she's a moron with no work skills whatsoever. But because she was probably showing up being like, Trump is bad, I'll do whatever you say. They were like, cool, $250, $275,000. Boom. Here you go. Don Nis, 56, 21 years at USAID. 3 years managing the agent's billion-dollar budgets for Afghanistan and Pakistan. Last year, he was making $195,000 annually. Catherine Baker, $127,000. This is too funny. She now volunteers as a manager for OneAid, an organization which helps former USAID workers. Are you kidding me? Oh God, that's so stupid. It's like, hey, our organization's gone. What should we do? Form an organization to help those gone from the other organization. The grift is so unbelievable. The left is so egregious. They don't care. They don't care how obvious it is. They don't care how stupid it is. It's just like, here we go. Oh, yeah, you lost your job? We have an organization for that. We created it with former people in your organization. It's just the craziest thing. My God, the fraud in this country. I really am at the point where it's like, I'm pretty sure we clean up the fraud, we'll fix the debt. No wonder Trump doesn't care about cutting spending. He's like, we don't need to cut. We find all the fraud, it's taken care of. We'll find the fraud, we'll grow, we'll be done. The debt will take care of itself. After a long time doing this, I've been following politics and studying politics now for 25 years. After a long time doing this, you learn something. That all the people, well, not all of them, the vast majority of people in media who act like they know more than the people getting stuff done, they don't. So all the people who like Dave Smith and it's people like, how much they're spending. Yeah, I get it. I don't like government spending when it's doing this. But if we're actually in budget and all that's actually fraud, it's like, oh, do I think Donald Trump wants to bankrupt our country? No. So do I trust him when he's behind the scenes seeing all the information and he's like, I'm not worried about the debt. We'll grow out of it. Fraud will take care of it. When he says that, I'm like, okay, he's probably right. He knows a lot more than I do. He knows a lot more than Dave Smith does. So why should I trust any of these people? And when you see stuff like this, it sure makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? It really, really does.